Sup, this is Alex Chu. Today, I want to talk about two dreams, okay, that I got. One dream I just got like about a week ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago, and the other dream I got in 2018. But it's a very interesting dream. Okay, I saw Hitler. I saw Hitler in my dream, and then another dream is about Biden. Biden trying to help Japan, but he's not going to make it. But anyway, before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Chu. I'm the one who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you can put on your small fingers and you wear them. You don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 50. If you look at my belly, see I'm very skinny. Belly is really smooth. This means I never work out. You don't see any muscle on my belly, right? The other day, somebody left me a message saying, "Oh, you must work out." No, I don't work out at all. I never ever work out. I'm like the laziest guy in the world. But anyway, if you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, you can see lots of testimonials on my website. Most of them give me 4 star, 5 stars. Those are Amazon customer reviews, okay? So if you're interested, you want to look like me when you're 50, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Again, these are dreams, so I'm gonna show you photos or pictures that I drew myself, so you can fully understand what the dream is talking about. Okay, this is the first dream. I got this dream in April of 2018. Okay, that time I was just I don't know, I was studying the solar eclipse of 2024. Yeah, during 2018, that was it was a very hot subject. People were talking about, oh, because they just had a solar eclipse that time. They just had a solar eclipse I believe it's 2018, and then they say, oh, another one is coming in 2024. So it basically it makes an X that crosses over United States. And the X would mark somewhere. I think it was Mississippi or Georgia or something. It's somewhere in the United States. So I was concerned. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So, and that night, okay, it's around April of 2018. I was thinking about this solar eclipse, right? And that night I got a dream. It was a very very short dream. It's like 3 seconds or 4 seconds long. It's really short. This is what I saw in my dream. Okay, the background should be black, but then it's difficult for me to draw a black background. So background's all black. And then I saw a car that looks like it looks like, I don't know, it's a really strange car. It's red, it's all red, and it's an antique car. It's like an antique car because I have an antique car in my garage. Maybe the antique car in my garage affected my mind. So it's like a red antique car, and then but then it has no windows. It looked just like a chimney. You see it on the top. It looked like a chimney. But in my mind, I know this is like a Pope mobile. This is like a car for the Pope. You know, like the Pope would use this car. But I know Pope mobile is all white, right? But then this car is pure red. And then I heard somebody said, but this car does not have a license plate. And then I heard the word exactly. And then, bam! Suddenly I saw Hitler pop out of the car, pop out of that chimney, you see? Hitler was popping out. And then he holds a machine gun. He holds a machine gun out in his hand. And then the other hand, he does that salute, the he does that Nazi salute. And then that was it. And then the dream ended. I woke up. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna interpret the stream. Okay, what happened is because I was concerned what's gonna. I wonder what that people are talking about, that the solar eclipse, right? X marks the spot. I wonder what that means. So at night I got that dream, right? I saw the antique car, right? It's red. So this antique car that looks like a chimney. This must be talking about San Francisco. Okay, the reason is because right now our Pope, the Pope, his name is Pope Francis, right? Because he borrowed this name from Saint Francis, Francisco Assisi, right? He borrowed the name from Saint Francis. There's actually two St. Francis, I mean, one is the Pope, right? The current Pope. And then the other St. Francis is San Francisco. Because I used to live in San Francisco for many, many years. So I know that. So this red car that looks like, in my dream, this red car that looks like it has a chimney, this is a Pope mobile. This must be San Francisco. Okay, and also San Francisco, this sort of look like a San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. Does that mean Hitler is going to come out of San Francisco? No. This San Francisco car thing is talking about Biden's administration. Because in my mind, okay, Biden is like a decoy president. Biden to me is a very strange person. Everything he does, he benefits the Hispanics. Now he's talking about, oh yeah, I'm going to pay $450,000 to the illegal immigrants that crossed the border and then they lost contact with their children. Every case, every time you lose a child, during Trump administration, I'm going to pay $450,000. So it's like he does all these things that benefit the Hispanics. But he's a white guy. So starting to think, is he? It's like I start to think that Kamala Harris is the real boss. I don't know. Maybe something going on. Maybe something going on with between Joe Biden and Kamala. Maybe they're I don't know. They are intimate. I don't know. It's just really weird. It's like, how come Joe Biden is doing so much to help the Hispanics? So in my mind, okay, it's like Kamala Harris is actually the real boss. Like she's the real president, and Joe Biden is just a figurehead. He's like a decoy. So this stream is talking about this Pope Mobile, the red Pope Mobile that looks like a Golden Gate Bridge. It must be talking about San Francisco. It must be talking about Biden's regime. And San Francisco is the most extreme Democrats city in the world. Most extreme Democrats haven in the United States, right? And Kamala Harris also came from San Francisco. She used to be a prosecutor in San Francisco or something. But that's her hometown. Her hometown is either San Francisco or Oakland. Okay, so this car that looks like a Golden Gate Bridge, Pope Mobile, is actually talking about Biden's regime. Biden's when Biden's in power. And then suddenly somebody said, "Oh, but this car has no license plate." I think what this means that Biden will eventually, during Biden's era, right? There's going to be a civil war. Because I have a car like this in the garage. Right now in my garage, there's actually an empty car that looks sort of like this car, but then my car is white. I do have a empty car that's sitting inside a garage, and it does not have a license plate. No, it does have a license plate, but then it's not registered. Because I don't want to. I don't know. I just let it sit in the garage. I didn't pay for the registration. I didn't pay for the insurance because I'm trying to save money. I don't really drive that car anymore, so it's just sitting in the garage. So I cannot drive it outside because it doesn't have current license plate. So when I see the stream, it says, but this car doesn't have a license plate. It means that eventually Biden's regime, right? Something's going to happen to Biden's regime. There's going to be a civil war, and then United States will not have a president anymore. Some shit is going to happen to this country during his era. And then I heard the word exactly. That exactly is the eclipse, the next eclipse, 2024. I heard the word exactly. That's what the eclipse is about. Okay, so when you hear the word exactly, it means 2024. There's another solar eclipse which marks the X. It completes the X. Okay, that crosses over United States, and then suddenly you see Hitler popping out of that car. Okay, he pop out of that car like so suddenly, just boom, like Jack in a Box, like suddenly just boom, pop out, and then you see his hand raised up, right? He's raised up doing a salute, and then he's holding a huge ass machine gun. He's holding a huge machine gun. I think this means that when shit happens to Biden's regime, and then during that X, when the 2024, when that X marks the spot complete, United States will be taken over by, I don't know, white pride, like neo-Nazi groups. It will be taken over by neo-Nazi groups. I have no doubt in my mind. It's around 2024, after the X marks the spot. Okay, another dream is I saw this dream I got just like what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. October. I got the stream October of 2021. Okay. See, right now they're talking about Japan and China might go to war for Taiwan. I'm thinking, will United States help defend Taiwan, right? And then that night, I got a dream, right? This is a very short dream, and I know this is answering my question, will United States go to war with China for Taiwan? And then I saw an old guy, he looks like he's from Texas. He's wearing sunglasses. He has this hat. He has not like a cap. It's the hat is more like a cowboy hat. It's a white hat. He's wearing sunglasses. He's pretty old, like 60-some-year-old, chubby. And he came out of the shed. One of those tool shed, like very small. It's like a small tool shed. He walked out of it. But then the moment he walked out, he got it. He's holding a machine gun. He's holding a rifle. Actually, I'm not sure. He's holding a rifle. He's about to go to war. He's about to go shoot somebody. Then suddenly he slipped. He slipped on ice. He just walked out like only 2 or 3 feet. He walked out of that shed like only 2 or 3 feet, and suddenly he just slipped, and he fell on the ground. And because he slipped on ice, it was the ground was like full of ice, and he just slipped and he fell on the ground. And then the dream ended. So then I understand what this means. The interpretation is this, okay? See, the guy walking out of the shed, that's Biden. Biden he is about to help Taiwan. He is about to defend Taiwan uh, from China, right? The shed, the tool shed that he came out, it's basically, it means this is Biden's house. I mean, I'm talking about Biden's regime. It's small, so small. It looked like a tool shed. In my mind, that's his house. But then it's so small, it looked like a tool shed. It means Biden will become so unpopular. His house will be so small that nobody respects him. No Americans respect Biden anymore. His house will become so small that nobody respects him anymore. He's a small man. And he's coming out, he's wearing his cowboy hat and shit. He got sunglasses on, and he got his gun. He's about to go, shoot somebody, but then he slipped on ice and he fell. He fell so hard. The ice must be talking about ICE. The United States immigration service, right? I don't know what you call it, but it's ICE. ICE. It must be talking about the border issue. It must be. I think the United States will eventually go to civil war. Civil war will happen because of immigrant problem, because of immigration problem, because of open border, right? And now he's talking about giving illegal immigrants like $450,000 per person. Crazy, crazy ass motherfucker. Eventually, this country will have a civil war over this issue. Over this immigration issue. So when he slipped on ice, ice is talking about the I don't know, the immigration. What do you call that? The police, right? That deports illegal immigrants. Right? I don't know what you call it, but ICE is talking about that. And this Biden slipped. He was about to go defend Taiwan for China, but then because of ICE, he slipped and fell, and he fell really hard. So United States will not be able to help Taiwan because United States will be at civil war. We're gonna have a civil war when shit is gonna happen in Taiwan. So United States will not be able to defend Taiwan and Japan from China. Okay. Anyway, that's the end of my dream. Thanks.